Welcome back to Adventures in Comics, and this is the finale of our Secret Wars episodes, issue 12 of 12 of the 1984-1985 series Secret Wars, After the Big Bang.
Do you think the music would be doodly-doo, doodly-doo-doo?
Did that come out around that time?
I
wonder what year that's
it
from.
Just gives me that feeling.
But yeah, you have the unmasked image of Dr. Doom on the cover, and he doesn't have any scars anymore. And we left off with the big bolt from the blue that it killed all the heroes. So they said, well, if we attack him, he might just destroy us all in one gesture. And he did.
He did. There he goes.
You can see Captain America's shield is destroyed, and
oh no,
Doom Base is a smoking ruin.
But wait,
the villagers, including Zaji, are like, oh no, everybody's dead. And we cut away hundreds of miles to Doom's new base, which is a giant tower that goes up into space almost, it says.
Like a sugar.
And Klaus says, is it over? He says, yep, they're dead. Now?
Dead.
Now, once again, I shall draw the power in, contain it, seal it up safely within the depths of my being. Seal up the power, God's might in a can. Thus, Doom is just another man, but why? Lest in a careless moment, a casual flick of my little finger might blacken a star system or wipe out an intergalactic civilization.
Jeez.
He killed all those heroes, but he's worried about killing more innocents.
Right.
He just had a score to settle with those ones. So he goes back to his little pad here with his big cushy chair.
That is so weird.
It's a weird chair for him.
Yeah.
It's a little too comfy looking.
Yeah, it's
and Claw
a
gets his ottoman. Is that what you call those? He's in his papasan chair. Doom in his papasan.
Who's your papa, Claw? Who's your papa? Wow.
He says, well, they must be dead. But there's uncertainty. Did the heroes die that easily? We're going to cut away to Owen Reese, who's been floating on a chunk of Denver, Colorado suburb, a 6-mile chunk that was taken into Battle World, but now broken again off by the Molecule Man, who's trying to take everyone home. So they're in Volcana's apartment. Couldn't they go anywhere in that chunk of 6 miles?
Right.
They're all chilling.
She's headed to the bathroom and she's going to tear it up.
Yeah, Enchantress didn't really do that much through all this series. So she summons this water elemental, and she's like, what do you know about the Beyonder?
Finally? There was no water anywhere else?
So I guess she is privy to the Beyonder. She says that in his realm, the Beyonder was everything and everything was him, and he was content. But by chance, an event in our universe opened a pinhole into his beyond realm, and through the pinhole, he glimpsed the Earth. For the first time in his existence, he became curious. So he began to observe. For years he watched the Earth. One thing confounded him above all else. This incompleteness beings of our universe seem to have, this thing called desire. He set about to study it. He sought subjects. His eye naturally was caught by beings of great power, presence, and palpable desire. She makes a little cartoon image of her. So she gets yoinked from Asgard. Tell me more, I'll kill you. The Beyonder chose only a handful of beings from among hundreds he'd observed, like candies from a tray. Some he simply seized, some he merely opened the door for, and they came of their own free will. Those ones, I heard, really puzzled him. I mean, can you imagine a total outsider trying to make sense of the way superheroes behave?
No, that's true.
Once he had his subjects, he sorted them according to the nature of their desires. That's why Magneto ended up with Captain America's group. His desires seemed like theirs, and unlike the personal desires of the other folks like you, the villains. So anyway, the Beyonder began his experiment by issuing his challenge: slay your enemies and all you desire shall be yours. They started fighting. I don't remember that part where She-Hulk decked Enchantress, but good for her.
Yeah.
And while everyone else was fighting on the planet, Dr. Doom managed to get into the Beyonder's realm, and he attacked the Beyonder himself, and Doom won. Right, and stole away the Beyonder's power. Not long after that, Molecule Man realized his full extent of his powers and ripped up that chunk of Earth, and we're all caught up. She's like, well, what's happening down at Battle World? She says, I don't have the power to reach that far. And the tub begins to churn and boil. I'll give you the power.
Whoa.
And so we see the bolt that killed all the heroes at the conclusion of issue 11. We see Claus getting the Ottoman ready. And she coaxes forth an image which shows his next goal, invading the realm of the dread demon Mephisto to free his... I like how he's omnipotent. And he's omnipotent, but he's got to be like, okay, I'm going to go here.
Right.
It's like, just go down there. He's got to plan it all out. Mephisto's powerful, but I think the Beyonder is implied to be way more powerful.
Right. Yeah, it was almost like the Beyonder saw through there and reality TV was born. It's like the Housewives of Asgard.
So, one more question. Is the Beyonder dead? She's got her by the water hair, I guess.
She's horrible.
No, he's close by Doom, but too weak to act. He is hiding where Doom would never suspect, awaiting an opportunity, a moment of vulnerability. Seconds later, he's like, ugh, it smells terrible in there. It's about time. Must have taken one of those Asgardian dumps. And Lizard's like, I want to be back in the swamp. I hate humans. He's flipping out.
Oh, wow.
Let's kill him. But before they can, Volcana stands up for him. Poor Lizard. He always needs someone looking out for him. If it's not Wasp, it's Volcana.
No,
you Wrecking Crew guys better watch it. The Lizard doesn't mean any harm. He's just confused.
She kind of has good in her.
Yeah, she was just a normal person that got made into a villain by Doom. And then they're like, we'll be home soon. And Doc Ock is like, what? Soon? If we dropped an ant in the middle of the Sahara, he'd have a better chance of getting to Hawaii. If by some miracle we're headed in the right direction, it'd take us 1 billion lifetimes to make the trip from here. Can't you just have faith? He's like, what?
Whoa.
Faith? But then Molecule Man appears like, what's been going on here? Is there some kind of problem? I'm practicing matter-energy conversion. Lizard's like, shit. His eye went yellow. It was white before. Doc Ock is like, upset.
Pulls a wedgie.
Whoops. Because I'd rather take my chances on Battle World than die of old age on this rock while wandering blindly endlessly through space. Don't you understand? Even traveling near light speed, it'd take us billions of years to reach Earth. We've only gone a few million miles so far. We're not even out of sight of Battle World. It's like, I can see where we came from. We've been up here for a month.
That would be frustrating. Wow. Ooh.
It's like, wow.
Lizard looks like he's gagging on something.
He's trying to eat a rock again. It's like, I'll show you something. If you give me the chance, you'll see. Meanwhile, Volcana's prey to some mental suggestion, and Lizard notices that his one savior's gone missing. So Enchantress had made a deal with Volcana earlier. She's like, I'll give anything to be with Molecule Man. And she's like, well, I'm calling you up on that favor. I'm going to use your life force to... I think she wants to go back to Asgard and warn them about the Beyonder.
Oh,
or about Doom.
I forgot.
And they're all outside of Volcana's apartment. There, Octopus, look. Look at what? Wait a minute, there's stars. The Beyonder destroyed all the stars. Right, and I just reconstructed them and reignited them. It was easy. I can do anything with matter and energy. I'm learning how to do space warps, too. It's like, how do you learn that, buddy?
And wait, he's on his...
I think I learned a space warp. What is a space warp? That's what I call it.
He's got internet? What?
He found a book about it, I guess. That's how I popped into Marsha's living room so suddenly before. I guess Marsha's Volcana. With just a little more practice. No.
Oh.
Hey. But if you're Doc Ock, I understand his frustration, but like, how else are you going to get home? If you kill Molecule Man as he's trying to do, what's he going to do? Just be stuck in space?
No, because all that he's holding together, don't you think it would like
Yeah.
the dome would
It
come
would
off?
kill them all. That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
It's in his best interest to keep them alive. Admit it, you little worm. It's a trick. Whoa, hold it, octopus. Take it easy. No one makes a fool of me. I'll kill you. That does it.
Whoa.
He encases him in
Good.
asphalt, I guess, the
I
road.
can't stand Doc Ock.
I like him. Not in this. I like him in Spider-Man more. The witch woman has taken her. Uh-oh, they find out that Enchantress is going to be killed.
Shoot.
Time has come, Volcana. But suddenly... Stop it. Lizard, the two purple-green guys are coming to save the day.
Whoa.
Enchantress, though, does manage to teleport away.
Whoa.
And so later on Battle World, he had been like sucked up into her transportation. Fafnir's teeth, she says. And the lizard scratches her face. We don't get to see it, but there's some blood.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he took a
there
good
is.
shot at her, and she just smacks him, and then
Whoa.
she like blasts him. Or no, that's what she does. She sucks up his energy. She has like energy vampirism or something to heal her beauty, and it just leaves a charred little corpse of the lizard.
Oh,
Poor lizard.
I hope she gets scales on that.
So meanwhile, he's like, I think a lazy boy is better than the Papasan.
Yeah, right.
And he's dozing. Claw looks like he's ready to strike.
Get him.
He's like, huh? Were you about to kill me? It's like, what? No, I'm just standing here with my blaster on my head, all casual like. I told you not to let me fall asleep. So even if he fell asleep, I guess he's worried that his dreams or his unconscious state would affect the universe too much. And it's like, well, shouldn't an omnipotent, omniscient being never fall asleep? If they don't want to, they should have the power to not.
And not get
It's
tired.
weird. And then Claw's
Very
like, well,
true.
maybe you'd even accidentally revive the heroes. He's like, that wouldn't happen though, right? And he's like, no, I don't think so. Don't talk about stuff like that. You're making me nervous. And Claw's like, I don't know. If you didn't recreate them somewhere along the line without realizing it.
He's gonna pee on his chair.
He's like, no, there's no way I could have done that. I'm in full control of the power. He's like, well, there's another way.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah? Tell me. He's like, well, what if Zaji... It's like, how do they know who that is? He's like, what if Zaji saw the wreck of your bolt and she took a dragon over there and found Colossus's like arm attached to his shoulder, and she had just enough energy to heal him, but it killed her. It was like all her life energy to bring Colossus back, because apparently Colossus had turned into his armored form just in the nick of time as the bolt came, and that made him the one person
Who could
maybe survived just a little bit. He was just mostly dead when she came there.
Whoa.
And so he mourns her loss, her sacrifice, and apparently he's naked. He doesn't even have his shoulder pads on.
Right?
But there was another person there that was still pliable. He didn't have armor, but his rubbery form made it so that Reed Richards is just clinging to life. He was less shredded than the rest. And so maybe Colossus remembered that they had the healing machines. And he's seen Richards. He's like, yeah, I think he hit the green button 3 times. And he typed in a bunch of these things. And voila, what if Reed was restored? Then he's the smartest of them all. So he's like, I've got a genius idea. What if we put everybody in those beds? I just thought of that myself. And he built his massive cell regeneration device, and everybody is back. And maybe that's a good way to end it. And Doom's like, no, that would be really unsatisfying.
Oh, wow.
But maybe you sort of help things along. Maybe deep within, Doom needs them. He subconsciously wanted them to survive, to rise from the ashes and live again. Maybe he needs the adversity or something. Life would be too boring if he didn't have to prove himself. Why didn't you completely atomize them then? Claw says. The old blow them apart with a bolt from the blue trick suits your flair for the dramatic, but there must be dozens of surer ways to kill them.
Oh, calling out his flair for the dramatic.
Yeah, he's like, usually don't you make traps and all this, and then you take over somebody's body? I killed them surely enough. The mad scenario you suggest is sheer nonsense. There's an easy way to make sure. Just turn the power on again and use your godlike omniscience to check on them. All right, I will. So I guess
he's so easily
he's like
goaded.
can turn it off. It's like it's a
Right?
weird.
What if it's turned off? Why can't he rest then?
So he does, and he says, "Curse you, Claw! Now that you've told me your wretched tale, I may make it come true if I let the power rise." So like just the suggestibility of it. It's like when people say, "Don't think about something," and now you can only think
That's-
about that thing.
yep.
He totally messed with Doom that way. That
That's
was
a
the.
great pose.
I know. He's such a goofy guy to take Doom down.
Yes.
I was never really a big fan of Claw as a character. I think his character design's the coolest thing about like the purple and red
Yeah.
and the little blaster
and the
on his hand.
blaster.
But anyway, it's funny that he gets under Doom's skin so easily. How many times have I thought Reed died in the past? And if anybody was going to survive that, wouldn't it be Captain America? So he needs to convince himself, but as he's muttering, Mjolnir comes slamming through the wall. A very like MCU moment, I think.
Yes.
Then again, the Hammer of Thor! They live! It is true. It happened. I must let the power rise, destroy them again. What's happening? What's wrong? The power. It's running amok! That's a really cool panel.
Ooh.
The color.
Mm-hmm.
I nearly destroyed all reality, Claw. The power ran wild. I was barely able to rein it in. My mind is churning, thoughts racing, making it difficult to govern the power. You need to calm down, relax. Hey, I've got an idea. I'll destroy the heroes for you. You? Yeah, just give me a little bit of that power. And so he says, I'll give you an infinitesimal amount. And he gives him just a tiny bit, and he's like, more. He's like, no, that's enough. Even a microfraction of my strength should be able to blacken out 10,000 suns.
Jeez.
It's like, oh, okay, that's a lot. So they're like, I bet that got under his skin, Thor. And Cap's like, attack with his pathetic little shattered shield. That's pretty
man.
cool, though. I bet they'll use that imagery in the MCU eventually with a shattered shield.
Wow.
Uh-oh, my spider sense just kicked in overdrive. Something bad's coming. So there's like a little mini-boss moment where Claw can like use this new power cosmic or Beyonder powers to make big aliens.
Oh.
He also brings back Ultron. I had
Oh,
forgotten what happened to
George.
Ultron earlier. They killed him. They destroyed him. The supernova
The
didn't.
super-
Yeah, his insides got cooked because his outside is adamantium. It's like impervious. So something like that. Didn't Johnny Storm kill him? So he's back. He's like, I can just summon him back. He's back. And Ultron's like, I don't even need an army. He's like, well, I'm giving you one. So you're not really in charge here. That's a really cool panel, though.
That's a really
It's like some
cool.
classic Jack Kirby kind of monsters.
Mm-hmm. This guy looks
poses.
insane. Ooh.
That throw the shield with his
Oh yeah. Ooh, the
he's got, like,
jagged
his
edge hitting
opposite leg going with his arm. I don't know if
you.
you're
That's
supposed to do that.
crazy.
I guess you would do that way.
Ooh.
The thing's like, oh crap, I'm actually turning human again. And She-Hulk's going to intervene, but he's like, wait a minute, if I think hard enough, I can actually control it. He punches this
Ah.
almost like Aragona's looking monster a
Yes.
little bit. Kind of weird detail on the thing there is that he sheds a single tear. He's so happy that he can now be powerful when he wants to be, but be a normal person and use like a normal human toilet and all that. Wear regular clothes. I would cry too, I guess. Well, Hulk's got Ultron on the ropes.
On the ropes.
Unbelievable! You have damaged Ultron, but not nearly enough. So his head's like
Yeah, he does. Ooh.
bent or something. But he does get a good blast in. Hulk like takes a real searing blast to the ankle
It's
or the
weird to
the
see
leg.
him rolling around in pain.
Yeah, it's like, why didn't he just do that to begin with? If he's got that powerful of blasts,
Yeah.
Ultron
Whoa.
is gonna vaporize everybody. It's like if it hurt the Hulk that much, Wolverine will heal, but I don't know about the other two.
Right?
When suddenly
Whoa.
he falls apart. Iron Man's like, maybe the warranty expired. And Wasp's like, no, I flew inside of him and I just started yanking on stuff.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I would probably do it.
She could do that with even organic
I
creatures.
just went in there and started yanking on stuff. I think I unplugged his heart. That's kind of freaky.
Oh,
The art gets really
really
primitive in some of these,
weird.
like blocky and inky.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't know if it's just
yeah.
because it's blown up in this version.
No, I think
No,
it's
because
like
this would be a splash page.
really
It looks like
trippy.
in
Yeah.
the original print.
Ooh.
Love that hammer's gonna burst through that monster.
Yikes.
It's going right in his mouth. It'll probably come out the
Yeah.
back of his head or
It's
something.
kind of a psychedelic looking panel.
It looks like Hulk just got fringe or something. I
Yes.
thought that was Hulk for a minute.
Wow.
This does look a little bit like Goom or
Yes.
Son of Goom or whatever, the Jack Kirby monsters he used to draw. Power doesn't impress me. Out of my way, Claw. He shoots him, or he shoots
Whoa.
Cap, but he deflects it as he kicks Claw in the face. He's like, perfect. So Cap comes in and he's like, Doom, you used to have a papasan, now you've got this really brutalist looking, like that doesn't look comfortable at all with those right angles.
Who are you fooling?
You think you're omnipotent, you can't even find a comfortable chair that you like. So Doom's not threatened at all. And he says, well, I don't really care about your opinion. I'm omnipotent.
Oh.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. After all, you conquered the Beyonder. Why would you have gone through the trouble of killing us in the first place unless you're afraid? Hey, I'm not afraid. Nobody calls me chicken. I let the infinite power, the power which makes me supreme and invincible, rise, and let the universe beware. So Cap's goading him, and Claw says, this is perfect. So we think Cap's going to die again, and just one blast he vaporizes Cap.
Whoa.
He's atomized, gone forever. It is finished, over. Now I must calm the raging storm in my soul, bring order to my thoughts, lest the random spillage of power cosmic caused by my inner unrest cause the unthinkable. Oh no. No. Who knew Doom was a redhead this whole time?
Right? Well.
Ginger. Oh,
Oh.
he's back. Hey,
What?
die. Oh, but he's coming back. This is it, Doom. He crumpled
Wow.
without being touched. I think he's fighting another battle inside to control his endless power. Has my winning this fight meant that the loser of his inner conflict is the universe?
Oh.
So is the power going to destroy everything? Or is it really, it didn't seem like Doom really convincingly defeated the Beyonder to begin with. So,
Right.
Doom, listen to me. You're losing touch with reality. You need an anchor. Let me help you. Cap's so compassionate.
Yes.
Before it's too late. It looks like Doom's going to reach out. But Claw says, no, not too late. Just right in time. As he links up with the radiant power. So that energy that had inhabited Claw and before that Hulk and Spider-Woman seems to be the Beyonder. And he is reclaiming his power. He is taking it back. Forgive me, Doom. The Beyonder, he took over my body. He used my guile, my wits, my cunning to engineer this. I like how he takes credit for it. He's like,
Yeah.
it must be because I'm so smart that he chose me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
It's not because you sang Home on the Range so well. That was when the Beyonder was in him, too. It's like, where did that come from?
Wow.
He's changing you back as you were before. That means your face. Oh, no. Out of my way, stupid. So we get classic Doom again. He's got his little mini skirt and everything. He's got his armor back. Claw is caught up in the Beyonder's energy, and it leaves a steaming pile.
No.
They're both gone. And the Beyonder, they're all gone. Cap comes out, and he's like, well, what happened in here out there? For the moment, let's just say it's over. I'll tell you the whole story later. I guess it would be boring if he told Reed, like, well, first I went in there. He had a different chair. It's like every time I see him, he's got a different chair. Get to the... Well, it was a papasan, and then it was a lazy boy.
But it still matched the ottoman.
He must be omnipotent. So he's like, let's get back to Doom Base for now. And they visit Zaji's graves where Colossus is inconsolable. And Nightcrawler's like, look, you didn't know her that well. And Wolverine's like, yeah, he didn't. Just let him pretend it matters.
That's harsh.
And, and there's a little epilogue where Spider-Man's like, I need a snack. So everybody's back where they, he found his suit. He thought he was using the correct costume-making machine that Hulk and Iron Man, I think, or maybe Hawkeye had told him about. and he went in and used the wrong machine.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
did.
like, alien food never looks so good. And he establishes that he doesn't need to lift his mask, his organic suit. Well, he doesn't know it's a living creature yet, but his suit just reveals his face on thought command. So he's like, I love this part. He's like, oh, it's the costume making machine. And Professor X is like, I always wanted to try this awful yellow and black suit.
Oh, man.
Storm's like, is that really matching our aesthetics? Like, oh, I'm actually going down to a gentleman's club later. This isn't for the X-Men purposes. This is just for my personal style.
Oh, nice.
No, but they're actually arguing over who's going to be the leader.
Yeah, he wants to step in every once in a while.
And she's like, I don't know, your shirt goes really up. It's like a turtleneck. It goes up his neck a little bit.
And I
And
can
Spider-Man's
see the
like-
outline of your underwear.
Hey, do all of your guys' costumes like adjust automatically to your thoughts? And they're like, nope, they're just clothes. He's like, why does mine then? Wait a minute, they're not using the same machine that I used. So that sets up what's gonna, be the alien symbiote saga. Meanwhile, Reed's like, I couldn't get the machines to heal you because you've got so much gamma radiation, but I did make you this cool crutch.
Wow.
Hulk's like, oh wow, you made it out of adamantium. Thanks. It's really heavy crutch. Why you couldn't put any padding on it? Well, you sleep on the floor, Hulk. I wasn't sure you needed it.
And you'd think Hulk would be like, no, more gamma. That's what heals Hulk.
Yeah, or you think you'd be like, I know he's not in full savage mode, but they are also, he's saying, out of my way and shut up. And Hawkeye's like, yeah, he might be getting savage. I better go make some real heavy-duty arrows in case he turns on us.
Ooh.
So meanwhile, they say, hey, who's that? He's got Hulk pants on. But of course, Spider-Man recognizes him. It's Kurt Connors. So the lizard was a charred remain from the Enchantress earlier. She easily killed him. But I guess the Beyonder cured him of his lizardism, and he's human again. Did he? No. He's like, I'm not going to give you the arm back. That's the whole reason he became the lizard. It's his limb regeneration research.
Yes.
That lizards can regrow their tail and all that. Beyonder's like, I'm not gonna look. You're still gonna grapple with that. This is where I thought this was gonna happen earlier, but this is where like, well, everything's back to normal. If only we could go back to Earth and have Kitty, be reunited with Lockheed. But wouldn't you know it, Lockheed has been on an adventure with a girl dragon.
Of course.
And Wolverine's like he's been shacking up with a local chippy. And they're like, well, do you know how to get home? And I guess I don't know. It's one of those things where Reed's like, well, we used, this machine appeared in Central Park. So if I just calibrate such and such, it's one of those explanations. We'll be back in Central Park before you know it. I do not like Professor X in the yellow and black. That's a weird look.
Ooh.
Oh, and that's the other thing. Like, what, the lizard came back. Lockheed came back. Things seem to be working out. Maybe there's like some residual magic of wish fulfillment. We did defeat our enemies, so maybe the Beyonder, this is his way of thanking us for defeating Doom. And so Cap's like, well, I'm going to go in private. And he's sifted through all the wreckage to find every scrap of his shield that was shattered by Doom's blast.
Wow.
And he concentrates really hard. And this is a material that can't be forged. It can't be like melted. So only force of will, sheer desire can accomplish the impossible. And his shield does reform and is good as new.
Wow. So he's in there.
So Cap's like, Reed's gonna say a bunch of gobbledygook that justifies why we're able to come back. And they're gonna go back into the orbiting space stations that brought them to Battle World, and they're gonna do a beam. And anyway, the first group, Hulk, Magneto, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man, and that guy all in white. Dr. Connors, that's right.
Wow.
And they're like, any reason we had to go with Magneto?
Right?
It's like, well, you're on your way. I see you later. Colossus is like, I'm not coming. I'm too sad.
Oh. Ugh.
And Professor X is like, sometimes people die, suck it up. It's just a fact. Well, don't waste your life. And he cries. He's like, okay, I'll come back. And so he sends the X-Men back. Boom!
Holy.
Uh-oh. It was just an energy fluctuation, albeit a rather dramatic one. I hope it doesn't cause problems with their rematerialization back on Earth. At least this device is still working, so maybe they're setting up. I'm not familiar what was happening in the X-Men continuity, but they're setting up something.
Yeah.
The Avengers are next, and they're like, maybe let's check out the system if it did that before. So, well, we're next. Oh, who knows how it'll
Ben's
blow
like,
up.
not me.
Yeah, and then Ben says, well, actually, there's going to be a change. I think She-Hulk was on the Avengers.
Yep.
And they must have used that costume making machine because Ben's got like a little jumpsuit now instead of his classic underwear look.
Oh yeah.
He's like, now that I can turn to a person, it's nice to have something like a shirt.
Oh, his head is
got
like a
I
melon.
do not like this profile picture of the thing. He usually has a prominent brow. Is this him like turning into Ben? Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's so awful looking. His head gets a little too round. He's like, look, this is the only place where I can be a normal person, so I'm going to just stay here. And they're like, well, you saw us use this machine, so if you ever want to come back to Earth, you got to, make sure this machine doesn't break. He's like, all right, I won't. It'll be fine. So yeah, Fantastic Four now consists of She-Hulk. He's like, I know you need some muscle, and She-Hulk's got it.
Yeah.
I read you, mommy, he says. Nice guy, Reed. A little bit of a worrywart, though. I'm going to be fine. A little lonesome, maybe. And this connects with the Thing solo series that John Byrne, I believe, did, at least the first few issues of, where he eventually does spacefaring adventures solo for a while in the 80s. We've got most of that run. It's
cool.
got to be just a few dozen issues, I think. No more than 40, if I remember. We've got the majority of them.
Wow.
So, and that also sets up the status quo with John Burns' Fantastic Four. I like the She-Hulk era of Fantastic Four. I didn't like it when I was a kid just because I was too attached to the classic version.
Yeah.
But it's a nice variation. I think she's less of a tragic figure, so it's nice to have a break from Ben's I'm a monster.
Yeah.
It gets a little old,
Yeah. He has to go through the existential trauma that he has. But when he sent back the X-Men, in that grouping, was that other dragon in there?
Yeah, maybe that's what set it off, that explosion.
Because I'm trying to remember.
It probably would, because Lockheed. Well, is that Lockheed or is that the other dragon flying up?
That's Lockheed.
No, Lockheed's over here.
Oh yeah, Lockheed's riding on Kurt. So maybe that's it.
Check out. Is there a dragon-based story at the end? Yeah, it's weird that the last panel is Ben Grimm in human form. So, they reveal Doctor Doom's unscarred face in this series. They have the Thing finally overcome his greatest struggle. Right. They have Spider-Man get some kind of suit that. I love that he's just like. I love that he gets it just because he's careless. He's like, oh, this must be the right machine. And he's bathed in some kind of goo. And he's like, oh, cool. He just goes with it.
Like, you could have made some underwear, though.
Is anybody else's costume breathing?
No. But it's apropos that it ends with Ben's biggest desire.
Yeah, it's a little weird that Claw and Doom disappear. Of course, they're not going to get rid of Doom forever as a character. But I don't know. It's a little unsatisfying with... They kind of answer things about the Beyonder with Enchantress talking to that water elemental.
Yeah.
But not in any definite or satisfying way. They just kind of reiterate that he's this super powerful thing that comes from another plane of existence.
Yeah.
And I guess it just... Because is it suggested that he kind of gave his power to Doom just to see what he would do with it? Because
he was tearing Doom apart.
Or did we miss a panel where Doom really had the advantage all of a sudden? Because Doom was losing limbs and everything. But yeah, this spawned a lot of imitations. There's that Secret War that I mentioned when we started reading this. Secret Wars 2015, I think, by Jonathan Hickman, is a more modern. It's not really a retelling, but the premise is similar of what if Doctor Doom became all powerful. and just this past year, 2025, had One World Under Doom as an event, and I actually that was the first time I bought a mini series of comics. I bought every issue since I was a kid, probably since I
Wow.
bought all the floppies in real life. That was pretty good, but it's similar premise where in that one he gets the Sorcerer Supreme title from Doctor
From Doctor
Strange, and
Strange.
he solves a bunch of problems, but it's similar to this of like, well, what kind of existence if you have to still be under Doom's authority, even if he solves a bunch of problems or seems benevolent? Is it
Right.
really freedom? So yeah, that's Secret Wars. Kind of a weird series. If we ever read Secret Wars 2, he appears as a humanoid. I don't know if you remember that series, but the Beyonder takes the form of a humanoid guy with jerry curls. He's got like a permed mullet kind of thing going on.
Nice.
And in the second one, it's similar to this where he's curious about humans, but he takes a human form and kind of like goes to Earth and coexists and has misadventures. He's like a big omnipotent baby, and he goes to Earth, and a lot of the same characters. I believe Molecule Man is in that one again. A lot of the same
Wow.
characters reappear and interact with him.
So apparently they do make it back
But
to
it is
Earth.
widely panned compared to this. This is seen as the more classic. And the sequel, which I think came just 3 or 4 years within this publishing date, yeah, pretty panned. But it might be fun
Yeah.
to look through. So stay tuned for more series. Maybe it's time we do a DC event to balance things out. But you'll have to stay tuned and watch. Subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.